guys, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe as well. We are, I think, 8 subs away from 200, and considering, I think it was 29 days ago we hit 100, it's been absolutely incredible. So please do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're a United fan, you're probably not going to want to hit it after watching this video because Ollie is a fraud. Ollie is a fraud.
I think a lot of United fans will agree with us. To be honest, I don't think it's gonna be as one-sided to back Ollie as you think.
Well, let's just dive straight in with a stat that I've got. He arrived in 2018 in December as a caretaker manager. Got given the job in March of 19, 4 months later. Since then, he spent £279 million and has fuck all to show for it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've made some sales. Let's be fair to him. Obviously, selling Lukaku obviously is the big one that comes to mind. But a lot of money spent. I think the obvious one is Van der Beek, isn't it? Barely used him. I don't know whether that was his decision to sign him or someone else's, but that's been an absolute failure. But look, the reason for me why I think he has to go now is because to be able to manage United, I don't think Ollie's a terrible manager. I really don't. But there's a massive but with this. To manage United, you have to be able to every big game moment he's had in cup competitions or whatever, he's failed. Zero trophies.
Zero trophies. I mean, he's conceded 1.1 goals per game on average this season. 1 point. So they're averaging. They're going to concede. If you play Manchester United this season, you're going to score effectively. That you can't win. I was going to say big trophies do with those kinds of stats. You can't win any trophy with those kinds of stats. I mean, have we just kind of got to this point now with Ollie where it's almost as if, well, we all know that he shouldn't have got the job anyway, but now because he's getting a couple of seconds and a couple of thirds, and last season he beat Leicester on the final day to get fourth and everyone wanking him off and all this, he's not a top manager. He's not. I wouldn't want him at the Wolves, and I'll be honest. I'm being deadly serious. Would Leicester have him?
I wouldn't.
Everton, West Ham, Leeds. I don't think they're going to take him. We've got to get past this nonsense that Ollie's a good manager. He's going to get good results and get to semis and finals of B-Tech competitions. Because look at he's still the manager of Man U. They still do have good players, very good players. But Ollie himself, it's for me, he's got to go. I mean, I've got no invested interest in United.
It's his failure in big games. I mean, you look at last night, 100th minute, was it, before he made a substitution? And, you look at it and you think, Bruno wasn't playing well. Rashford was not playing well. Top managers and the managers that should, let's face it, should be at United. They'd had the balls to take off a player like that in a big game and go, you're not performing, let me go to my bench. He didn't. They had 2 shots on target in, 120 minutes? I know people bang on about Villeréal only having 1. It's not like United have, 30 and were extremely unlucky. They only had 2 themselves.
Yeah, the game itself was a bore fest. I mean, the penalty shootout was, in terms of penalties, the best I've ever seen. Probably never going to be beaten. But it's come out today that Rashford had an injury, 2 injuries. I think one was his shoulder. And one of the injuries, he's got to have surgery either during the Euros if he doesn't go or after. To me, that, stinks that he shouldn't go to the Euros. I mean, if you've got to have surgery at some point, probably shouldn't be playing football. And again, are you telling me that Fergie or Pep or Jose doesn't win that final against Villeréal without Marcus Rashford? Are they so dependent on this 23-year-old that Ollie can't figure out how to beat a team that finished 7th in La Liga, a poor La Liga? They can't beat them without Marcus Rashford.
I think Villeréal have done very well in this competition. One thing I would say, obviously knocking out Arsenal, they've gone on an amazing run. So maybe we're being a little unfair to them in that regard. But let's face it, United should have won this, and I think it's one of those as well where you actually look at it and, let me get this straight. How long is Ferguson? Sir Alex, no disrespect to him, but do you reckon a top manager's letting him come in and speak to the players the day before the game? A top manager would go, sorry, mate, you're not needed anymore. I'm running the reins now.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
He's an amateur. Why does he need Ferguson to come in and gear them up for a Europa League final?
I didn't actually know that, in fairness. But Fergie's a god there, isn't it? But yeah,
I'm not disrespecting Fergie, but my point is a top manager. You're not going to have Pep allowed, for example. And they'll hate me for saying this, but there's no way Pep allows Sir Alex to come in to give him a little talking to. It'd be on a minute. This is my reign now. You were gone. What is it? About 7 years since Fergie.
The difference is if Pep was the manager of Man U, or let's say Fergie in an alternate universe had all that success at City. Pep's smashing it now, so Fergie can sit there like this. I ain't got to do anything for this team. They're winning it. They're winning everything. But we've got to get over this idea that Ollie's finding his feet. He's getting there. Come on. You can. He's not a good manager. 2 months ago, Liverpool was sitting like 8th in the league, about 10 points off 4th, and they were just not going to get 4th place. They were nowhere going to get Champions League. Liverpool have finished 3rd. Was it 5 points behind Man U? I think it was 5 points at the end. They finished behind United. And look at Liverpool's injuries this season, and look at all the injuries, the injuries that Man United haven't had, and they only finished 5 points ahead. I think it's just.
I agree. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, in that there's, it's a second place, but it's a very
hollow,
artificial second place, isn't it? And let's be honest here, United fans shouldn't. They shouldn't be accepting second place. We know part of that's also down to the owner, but Ollie certainly doesn't help. And look, let's do I think we both agree here that Ollie needs to go. United fans, if you disagree, tell us why. But look, let's move on. When you've got Conte, you've got Zidane, that's both been made available. They'd be free agents. United wouldn't even have to pay these managers, the other club manager, a fee to get them. Surely both of them would be better choices.
Ollie's in contract, I believe, until the summer of 2023. I think he's got 24 months left on his contract. I don't know what Ollie's wages are. I doubt he's on 15 million a year like the top managers, but pay him off, get Zidane, get Antonio Conte, and get that done. If I see Ollie sign one player in that summer, he's obviously here until, for the foreseeable at least. He'll start the season. And then, as a Man United fan, if you see Ollie make a signing, you are looking at that board and going, you've lost all, fight. You just don't care anymore. Let's quickly, guys, do hit that subscribe button and like if you haven't already. Let us know in the comments, do you want Ollie to go? And if so, who do you want to replace him? Scott, quick one word. Who would you have if you were a Man United fan out of Conte and Zidane? Zidane's 3 Champions Leagues, only manager to ever do it. Conte's won the league in Italy, broke the dominance.
I only get one word. Conte.
You can have a few.
Okay. I'll probably go Conte. I think, obviously when he come into Chelsea the first time round, he did really well. And as you say, he's won the league in Italy, first league for Inter in a long, long time. That's the kind of calibre of manager. Would you agree?
I completely agree. I think I would go for Conte only because he knows England. And I'm not this believer that Zidane couldn't do it because he hasn't managed in the Prem. But he's already done it. He knows the league. I'd go Conte.
Perfect. I think that pretty much sums it up. Ollie, time to go. Conte in. And
Ollie's at the wheel.
We'll see you on the next one, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button, please.
Take care.